Hello everyone and welcome to the lecture on AWS Analytics Services Decision Guide. In this lecture, I will walk you through all the AWS Analytics services and which service to choose based on your business and technical requirements. So I have grouped this based on different functionality. So we have data processing solutions, streaming solutions, unified solutions, storage solutions, visualization solutions, search solutions, governance solutions, and collaboration solutions. And these are decisions based on what decision we will pick specific services, and this is our goal, like which service to choose. So first I will walk you through the data processing solution, and first requirement is if you want to have interactive SQL queries on S3. So we will choose Amazon Athena, and Athena helps you analyze unstructured, semi-structured and structured data stored in Amazon S3. Examples include CSV, JSON or columnar data formats such as Apache Parquet and Apache ORC. You can use Athena to run ad hoc queries using ANSI SQL without the need to aggregate or load the data into Athena. Athena is also totally serverless, so there is nothing under the hood that you have to manage. So it's not a managed service. So there is a slight difference between managed and serverless. So managed, you have to do some like it will spin up some clusters or something at the backend, but this is totally serverless. Next, we have Amazon EMR. So if the requirement is large scale data transformation so if you have some large scale data transformation requirements, you will choose Amazon EMR. And EMR is a managed cluster platform that simplifies running big data frameworks such as Apache Hadoop and Apache Spark on AWS to process and analyze vast amounts of data. Using these frameworks and related open source projects, you can process data for analytics purposes and business intelligence workloads. So now Amazon EMR have both version, managed version, where you choose which instance type, EC2 and all you want to spin up, and now they have serverless version as well. Next we have Glue. So with AWS Glue, you can discover and connect to more than 70. So this one we will choose if we have data discovery and ETL pipeline management requirements. So ETL is extract, transform, load. So with AWS Glue, you can discover and connect to more than 70 diverse data sources and manage your data in a centralized data catalog. You can visually create, run and monitor ETL pipelines to load data into your data lakes. You can also immediately search and query catalog data using Athena. So we can point from Glue to Athena, EMR and Amazon Redshift Spectrum. So this can connect to these three services also. Moving on. So now next is streaming solutions. So first we have Amazon Managed Streaming for Apache Kafka. So if we need Apache Kafka compatible messaging, so this is the requirement, then we will choose this service. And here you can build and run applications that use Apache Kafka to process streaming data. Amazon MSK provides the control plane operations, such as those for creating, updating and deleting clusters. It lets you use Apache Kafka data plane operations, such as those for producing and consuming data. And this is currently a managed service. Next, we have Amazon Managed Service for Apache Flink. And requirement is you have some programming language requirement like Java, Python, SQL for processing of streaming data. So then we will choose this. And with Amazon Managed Service for Apache Flink, you can use Java, Scala, Python or SQL to process and analyze streaming data. You can author and run code against streaming sources and static sources to perform time series analytics, feed real-time dashboards and metrics. So just remember, it's real-time dashboards. Sometimes it's near real-time, but here it can be done real-time. Next, we have real-time data collection. So in that case, we will use Amazon Kinesis. With Amazon Kinesis data streams, you can collect and process large streams of data records in real time. The type of data used can include IT infrastructure log data, application logs, social media, market data feeds, and web clickstream data. So these both are quite similar. Only thing, if you are moving or migrating from Apache Flink kind of environment, or you have some programming language requirement, then you can use this. But Amazon Kinesis is their own solution from AWS. It's not based on any other technology. It's their solution. Lastly, we have Amazon Firehose. If you need automatic delivery of streaming data to multiple sources. So Amazon Data Firehose is a fully managed service for delivering real-time streaming data to destinations such as Amazon S3, Amazon Redshift, Amazon OpenSearch Service, Splunk, Apache Iceberg tables. You can also send data to any custom HTTP endpoint or HTTP endpoints owned, owned by supported third-party service providers, including Datadog, Dynatrace, LogicMonitor, MongoDB, New Relic, CoralLogix, and Elastic. So this is some kind of intermediate. So first data comes here, but then it has to go to some final destination. So this is like a buffer. Next, coming to this category where we have unified solutions and storage solutions. So first I will talk about, so this is a unified solution. This is a kind of preview service or new service. This is a unified studio to work with all SageMaker related or machine learning based requirements. Next, we have Amazon SageMaker Lakehouse, and this unifies your data across Amazon S3 data lakes and Amazon Redshift data warehouses, and helping you build powerful analytics, ML, and generative AI applications on a single copy of data. So generative AI is similar to what we are using nowadays, Chat, GPT, Claude, and all. Those are called generative AI. SageMaker Lakehouse gives you the flexibility to access and query your data in place using Apache Iceberg compatible tools and engines. You can also integrate data from operational databases and applications into your lakehouse in near real time through zero ETL integrations. With fine-grained permissions, your data is secured across all analytics and ML tools and engines, ensuring consistent access control. Next, S3, which is the de facto for any kind of storage, and this can store and protect virtually any amount or kind of data which can use for your data lake foundation. S3 provides management features so that you can optimize, organize, and configure access to your data to meet your specific business, organizational, and compliance requirements. Amazon S3 tables provide S3 storage that is optimized for analytics workloads. Using standard SQL statements, you can query your tables with query engines that support Iceberg, such as Athena, Redshift, and Apache Spark. So finally, all data will be stored in S3, but other services will just use this as the backend. Next, we have the Amazon Redshift. So decision point for SageMaker Lakehouse is unified access to data lakes and other sources. This is scalable object storage for any kind of data. And lastly, we have Redshift when we have SQL-based analytics on structured data. So this is falling under storage solution. So talking about Redshift, which is a fully managed petabyte scale data warehouse services. So here, just remember, if you have data warehousing need, there is nothing to, there is no confusion because Redshift is the de facto service. Because other services will have some kind of decision, but in case you have data warehousing need, structured data and petabyte scale, like very massive amount of data, Redshift is the service to choose. And Redshift integrates with SageMaker Lakehouse. So this can integrate directly with SageMaker Lakehouse, and that allows you to use its powerful SQL analytic capabilities on your unified data across Amazon Redshift data warehouses and Amazon S3 data lakes. You can also use Amazon Q, which is another service in Redshift, Amazon Redshift, which simplifies SQL authoring through natural language. Right. Okay. So moving on. Next, we have all these services. So visualization solutions. So this is need if you want dashboards and some kind of analytics. And then we have Amazon OpenSearch, which is falling under search solution. If you need search and logging capabilities, like if you want to analyze your logs and all. And governance solution is Amazon Data Zone, if you need data access and how to create data access rules. And lastly, collaboration solutions and services AWS Clean Rooms, if you need secure multi access. Okay, talking about QuickSight. So QuickSight also, there is no confusion. There is only one service, and that is used for visualization. So Amazon QuickSight gives decision makers the opportunity to explore and interpret information in an interactive visual environment. In a single data dashboard, Amazon QuickSight can include AWS data, third-party data, big data, spreadsheet data, SaaS data, software as a service data, B2B, business to business data, and more. So if you need any kind of visualization tool where you can see all fancy, pretty dashboards, real time, it gets update, so that in that situation we use QuickSight. QuickSight is a original service. It's a older service. Then we have OpenSearch, which is based on Elasticsearch, but they have their own like a fork of Elasticsearch. So Amazon OpenSearch service provisions all the resources for your OpenSearch cluster and launches it. It also automatically detects and replaces failed OpenSearch service nodes, reducing the overhead associated with self-managed infrastructures. You can use OpenSearch service OpenSearch service direct query to analyze data in Amazon S3 and AWS services. So from here you can query S3 also. So let's say you are developing some portal and you want to provide like a search. So basically it will index all your data and it will provide an API endpoint by default. This is how the architecture is. And in your web portal or any kind of website, you don't have to write complex SQL queries. You can just give like a fuzzy query or something, and because all the data is indexed as JSON, it can go and find out all the documents that you need instantly. So this will do all the heavy lifting of searching. So all what we need to do is just dump massive amounts of data like the product information, user information, all those things, and that will provide, it can run your e-commerce website and all. So that is the most generic use case. And sometimes you can use it for example, searching your logs and all. So you don't have to create any kind of indexes or tables or schema and all those things. This will take care most of the things at the backend for you. Next, coming to Amazon Data Zone. So with Data Zone, you can manage and govern access to data by using fine-grained controls. These controls helps ensure access with the right levels of privileges and context. Amazon Data Zone simplifies your architecture by integrating data management services, including Amazon Redshift, Athena, Amazon QuickSight, AWS Glue, on-premises sources, and third-party sources. So basically, this is a service which will help you manage your access and giving the context level of privileges. So managing all the access and privilege management. Lastly, AWS Clean Rooms. And Clean Rooms is a secure collaboration workspace where you can analyze collective datasets without providing access to the raw data. You can collaborate with other companies by choosing the partners with whom you want to collaborate, setting their datasets, and configuring privacy enhancing controls for those partners. When you run queries, AWS Clean Rooms reads data from that data's original location and applies built-in analysis rules to help you maintain control over that data. So basically, this is acting as a proxy, but it will not expose what is the underlying data source. You can just configure as an administrator, and then you can collaborate with other AWS accounts or other third party to basically collectively work on the data without exposing the backend or the underlying data. And with that, this concludes the high-level overview. So now just to recap, we have data processing. We have 3 services that falls under data processing. Streaming has 4 services. Kinesis was the original. Then came managed service Kinesis and Amazon Firehose. In fact, it was called as Kinesis Firehose, but now we just call it Firehose. These 2 were original. Then came managed service for Apache Flink, and we have Kinesis Data Analytics. So it was called as KDA. Then they renamed it to Apache Service for Flink. And lastly, they introduced managed service for Kafka for all Kafka compatible messaging. Because a lot of companies, they still have worked with Kafka clusters, so they can use this managed service. Then, so these 2 are batch service or data processing. So these are batch streaming. So just this can be called as batch also. Then unified. So this is a new service where it offers a studio. Then storage. Just remember, S3 is storage for everything. So if you ask any question is about storing, that is storage S3. Then Redshift, any data warehousing. SQL, and a massive amount of data, because this is a distributed database. It's unlike SQL or Oracle database, because the query will be distributed among many databases, and this is unlike Hadoop, where the database is stored as a file. This will be stored still as a tables and all. And SageMaker Lakehouse, which is a like a unified platform. If you want to do visualization, dashboards, all those things, QuickSight. OpenSearch, if you are moving from Elasticsearch, OpenSearch, you want to provide expose searching functionality via API, right? Like a REST API, like HTTP endpoint. We will use this for governance, access management, data zone, and to collaborate with other third parties, we will use clean rooms. And that's all. Thanks for watching.